Welcome to the What the Fuck podcast, episode 26.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are here. It's the boys. It's your favorite dynamic duo, better than Batman and Robin, better than SpongeBob and Patrick, better than fucking Rick and Morty. You know us, the What the Fuck podcast, boys. We are we are Devin and Smeg Mustin back with another episode of the podcast, and we got a lot of topics to cover today because somehow now, after weeks of not having topics, now Austin has been coming straight into the gate with he told me he has 16 topics that are his. So
No, that's I was making that including your topics that you had.
Okay, well, I am going to be starting the podcast with a topic of mine. I haven't done this in a few weeks, so we're just gonna hop right into what games they made, because honestly, this might be long. So
Oh fuck. Okay.
So yeah, okay. So on what games have they made? I haven't done this in a couple weeks just because I haven't fucking felt like it. We're gonna be doing Rockstar, because mostly reasoning being that if you guys don't know, the GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition got announced and is up for pre-order right now at $60, which I think is kind of overpriced. But basically, they're taking for the 20-year anniversary of when GTA 3 came out in 2001, Rockstar is going to be remastering. Keep that in mind, remastering, not remaking. It's two different things. They're remastering GTA 3, GTA Vice City, and GTA San Andreas. It's supposed to release like this month or next month or some shit like that. So I figured, you know what? We got that coming out. I wanted to talk about Rockstar, so let's talk about Rockstar. And I fucking need to find how I found the other stuff. Okay, there we go. I had to go to Wikipedia. I haven't done this in a while. Allow it. Games published. List of games. List. How many fucking times? Okay, so Rockstar released their first game in 1999. That's when they started releasing games. Did they go by any other names? I know there's a couple different Rockstars. There's like Rockstar North. There's like Rockstar fucking Europe, Rockstar, like whatever. So there's a couple different Rockstars, but I don't know. So I don't know if this is gonna be every Rockstar or not. But so Rockstar's first ever game came out April 6th, 1999 on the MS-DOS. Microsoft Windows and PlayStation. It was Grand Theft Auto London was their first game. Then in July they made Monster Truck Madness on the Nintendo 64. Then October they released Grand Theft Auto 2. And then in 2000, wait, okay, so so Grand Theft Auto 2 came out at the end of 1999 in October, but for some consoles it came out in 2000, so that game was kind of 1999 and 2000. November 1999, Thrasher Skate and Destroy for the PlayStation. They also released Grand Theft Auto and Evel Knievel on the Game Boy Color. And this will probably be the only time you see this console on the list. They released February 2000, their first 2000 game, Wild Metal on the Dreamcast. So it's probably going to be the only time you see the Dreamcast on this list. Oh god. On the Game Boy Color, September. So from February to September, they did not release a game. So September 17th, the day after my birthday, they released on the Game Boy Color two games: Austin Powers, Oh Behave, and Austin Powers, Welcome to My Underground Lair.
Jesus.
October 2000, they released Midnight Club Street Racing, Smuggler's Run, Surfing H3O, and then all on the PlayStation 2. And then January, oh god, they must have been under different. Okay, this can't be right. Wikipedia's got this all fucked up. Okay, hold on. So January 2001, they released Oni. And then for some reason, the next one after that is Grand Theft Auto 3. Oh, okay, that makes sense, actually. So, because for Grand Theft Auto 3, it had like 2010, 2011, 2014. I'm like, what the fuck? But then I realized that that's for like different newer consoles. So they released originally on October 22nd, 2001, Grand Theft Auto 3, the game that changed Rockstar forever. Rockstar blew up from Grand Theft Auto 3. Then they also released Smuggler's Run 2, Hostile Territory. December 2001, Max Payne on PS2, Xbox, Game Boy Advance. Then February 2002, they released State of Emergency. May 2002, The Italian Job. August 2002, Smuggler's Run, War Zones. October 29th, 2002, 1 year after Grand Theft Auto 3, they released their next hit, Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Then April 2003, they released Midnight Club 2. Then October wait, hold on. Okay. Wait. Okay, so now we're in this like has a lot of weird dates. So now we're in 2000. They released Max Payne in November. Also, they released Manhunt. Then we skipped to 2004, where they released the precursor to Red Dead Redemption called Red Dead. October 26, 2004, they released Grand Theft Auto Advance, which probably didn't sell too well because the next year in 2005, they released one of the most iconic games ever, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Everybody knows that game. There's not a single person that I know that doesn't know San Andreas, but it's probably Rockstar, to be honest. Well, now it's probably second to GTA 5, but before that, I feel that was probably Rockstar's most popular game they've ever made until GTA 5 came along. But April 2005, they released Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition. I fucking love that game. It's a fucking awesome game. October 2005, they released The Warriors, which I did a playthrough of that on my channel if you want to go check that out. I also did a playthrough of Vice City and San Andreas. Have not got to GTA 3 yet. I plan on it. October 24th, 2005, they released Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories. Then March 2006, they released Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition Remix. May 2006, they released Rockstar Games Presents Table Tennis. Then October 17th, 2006, another game that I've done a playthrough on, you can go check it out, is they released Bully. Great fucking game. I wish they'd make a sequel to it, like they made a sequel to Red Dead Redemption.
You know, New Legacy Inc. did like when that first came out, they did a playthrough on it, and basically Johnny was trying to say like that the character was Bully Ray.
What?
that's, that's how far they reached back then.
Jesus Christ. October on Halloween, actually, October 31st, 2006, they released Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories. Then October 30th, 2000. Damn. Okay, so they went a whole year without uploading the game. October 30th, 2007, they released Manhunt 2. Jesus Christ, we skipped to next year. 2007, all they did in 2007 was fucking Manhunt 2. And then 2008, March 2008, they released Bully Scholarship Edition. Then April 2008, they released one of their biggest games, Grand Theft Auto 4. Then October 2008, they released Midnight Club Los Angeles. I played that. It's not as good as Midnight Club 3, but I still enjoy it. Then we go to 2009. February 2009, they released Grand Theft Auto 4, The Lost and Damned. Then March 2009, they released a game I never really played much of, Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars. Then September 2009, they released, it goes all the way to fucking September, they released Beaterator. I don't know what the fuck that is. Now, October 2009, they released Grand Theft Auto, The Ballad of Gay Tony. Then we go to 2010, May 2010, they released Red Dead Redemption. Then October 26, 2010, they released Red Dead Redemption, The Undead Nightmare. Then we go all the way to May 2011. They released a pretty popular game, L.A. Noire, or however you fucking say it.
Nor.
Have you played that game?
No, but I've heard that it's popular, but it also like has bad reviews because it took so long, and like it also like didn't live up to the expectations.
Well, then we go from 2011 to 2012. May 15th, 2012, they released Max Payne 3. That was our only game in 2012. October 2013. I've never heard of this one. Theft Auto iFruit. What the fuck? I've never heard of that. Alright. Then, September 17th, the day after my birthday, in 2013, they released one of the most popular games ever made. I hate to say it because I don't like the game that much, but Rockstar's most popular game that they've ever made. One of the highest selling games ever. Grand Theft Auto 5. It's crazy. Next year is going to be 10 years since that game came out.
Yeah.
And they still haven't made another one yet.
At this point, they won't.
Then October 2013 is when they released the Grand Theft Auto Online for GTA 5. Then from 2013 all the way till 2016, they didn't do anything until they released Bully Anniversary Edition on the iOS and Android. Then, from then, they didn't do anything till 2017, a whole year later, when they released L.A. Noire, the VR case files. Then from there, they didn't do anything for another year until October 26, 2018, they released Red Dead Redemption 2. Then from there, they didn't do anything till May 2019, where they released Red Dead Online for Red Dead Redemption 2. Then they didn't do anything from 2019 until 2021, slated for November 11th to come out, Grand Theft Auto The Trilogy, the Definitive Edition. Oh my god, what? It's apparently, so the Definitive Edition trilogy is going to be on Windows, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and for some reason, Android and iOS as well.
Okay.
But the creme de la creme here is there's one more game that Rockstar has made, or that was they were supposed to make, and it has never ever came out. It's never seen the light of day, but it's still listed, and it's still listed as set to release, and it's probably never going to come out. And this game, if you follow Rockstar, you know this game. I know this game. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, Austin, but I believe this game was supposed to come out around like 2006, 7, or that's when it got announced, but it never happened. The game I'm talking about is called Agent.
Oh, I've heard of it. I've heard of it.
Yeah, as it is listed as unreleased, but it's probably never going to come out. It says it was supposed to be on the PlayStation 3 exclusively, and the developers were Rockstar North. So, but there's
People are in the lost media community are actually trying to get the files of that and make it themselves.
hmm
So
yeah. I mean, from what I've seen, Rockstar likes to they for whatever reason they like update their trademarks on stuff. So like recently they've like made this is why I feel like it's gonna happen. They Rockstar bought a trademark for Bully 2. Why else would they do that if they're not gonna make it?
yeah,
And not just that, they still renewed they like this year they renewed their trademark for Agent. So and they do that a lot with their games. They renew the trademarks a lot. So I don't know why, but it's interesting. But yeah, that is what games Rockstar have made. That actually wasn't as long as I thought it was going to be. I thought they made
yeah,
way more games than that, but I guess not. Sorry they didn't have any fucking Wow Wow Wubsy or
yeah.
Ni Hao Kai Lan
Still
and
no
shit
Wow
like
Wow
that.
Wubsy. I'm pissed. Well, I think I know something that's gonna make you pissed.
Oh God.
So
Oh,
you
by
know
the
how?
way, Austin
Oh,
told me he
sorry.
does have two surprise topics. Like,
This is
so I'm
one of
guessing
them.
this is just gonna be a weekly thing. The surprise topics.
Well, I only have surprise topics to get your reaction sometimes. So
Well, you know what topics I have, but you're still gonna give a reaction anyway.
I know,
We might get an
but
Austin rant on this.
but you know how Garfield hates Mondays, right?
Yeah,
Well, Garfield's getting a movie. Guess who's also
Garfield
gonna
already
hit?
had a movie,
Is gonna get another
like
movie. It's gonna
he had
be
a
a
live
reboot.
action one
It's gonna
before.
get a reboot. And guess who's gonna hate Mondays while playing Garfield?
James Corden.
Chris Pratt.
Why? He's already. Hold on.
I'm not.
He's already doing Mario.
I'm not joking. I saw this morning.
I mean, like Chris Pratt's cool, but like he's not like the greatest actor that's ever
He
lived.
keeps getting these fucking roles.
I don't know why. You know who I'd like to see as Garfield for no reason whatsoever?
Who?
The Rock.
Why?
I don't know why, but I feel like it'd be funny.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, he's gonna be Garfield in a Garfield animated movie.
Okay, anime. I was gonna say I hope they don't try to do no like cat shit and like CGI Chris Pratt's face on the Garfield or some shit.
No, that's
Because
gonna
I
be
then I'd be
animated.
pissed. But I could. The thing is though, I could see him playing Garfield more than I could see him playing Mario. To
I
be
mean, that's what
fair,
people are saying.
I don't like. How is he gonna play Mario? Because Mario's supposed to be Italian.
Let
So
me. Uh,
is
give
Chris
me a
Pratt gonna
second.
be doing an Italian impression?
Let me get the video. I need to get a video. Chris Pratt. Pratt.
So Austin said, "Give me a minute while I figure out how to spell Pratt."
No, I know how to spell Pratt. Okay. Oh, fuck's sake. Okay, here it is.
That's not the voice. You'll have to
Give me a
wait to hear
second.
the voice. It's a me, a Mario. That's not the voice. You'll have to wait to hear.
That's what he
Oh,
said about it. That's what he
it's a
said about
me,
it.
Mario. Like, what? I'm so confused at what he's gonna do.
Oh, fucking.
Well,
Uh,
do we want to move on to the topic that's gonna get you pissed, or do you want to talk about something beforehand?
well, let's talk about something beforehand because this is another thing. Uh, I should have probably told you about this because this is not a surprise topic, but
Is this secret?
no, I put this on here a long time ago. I forget if I told you or not. Fetty Wap got arrested
Why?
for dealing cocaine, opioids, a lot of other drugs, and trafficking them.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so he's arrested. Safe to say.
Hmm. Or why? I, I don't really know Fetty Wap that much. I used to listen to him a couple years ago, but I'm not like a huge Fetty Wap fan or anything.
Yeah.
But it's crazy how he got arrested over that shit.
Alright, and before we get to the topic that's gonna make me mad, I want to send you something because
Oh God.
this is the other surprise topic. It's something, I can tell you that. Remember Lars Sullivan?
How could anybody forget the man, the myth, the legend, the gay porn star Lars Sullivan?
Oh, well, I
Uh,
sent you something in regards to his recent activity.
oh God. Oh my fucking God. Is that
Uh,
Lars Sullivan's actual account?
yep.
Why does he still have his name as Lars Sullivan? Like, what the fuck?
I don't
What does he
know.
even do now?
I
Like,
don't
does he
know.
even wrestle anymore?
I don't know. He fucking liked like 50 posts. That's not even all the posts. That's just the post that she screenshotted.
So he's basically, he's
He's cyber.
simping,
He's
basically.
yeah. He's fucking simp.
So he's doing what you do to Maria Kanellis, basically.
I don't do that to Maria Kanellis. I mean,
Hmm.
he's not doing anything on Twitter. The last thing he posted on Twitter was um when he demolished No Way Jose's conga line.
Fucking, I remember that fucking the tweet from Lars Sullivan where he was like talking about Stephanie McMahon. He was like at Stephanie McMahon, nice rack. Thank you for giving me something to jack off to, or something. It was something like that. He said.
Yeah. Uh,
Mr. Sullivan.
I guess you can get on to the topic that's gonna make me mad now.
Well, for your pleasure and everybody's listening pleasure at home, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to talk about the one, the only, the legendary, the Hall of Famer, Goldberg. Because Goldberg has been saying some things that Austin's probably not going to be too happy about. So, are you ready for me to give you what's going on with Mr. Bill Goldberg, who we seen not too long ago beat Bobby Lashley at Crown Jewel?
I didn't see shit. You know why? Because I didn't watch Crown Jewel.
Neither did I. But um, so the first thing I have from Mr. Goldberg here is him talking about people criticizing his performance on the Saudi shows. So Goldberg says, and I quote, I don't have the best I don't have the best track record in Saudi Arabia. I've knocked myself out. I've dropped The Undertaker on his head. I need to redeem myself. I'm not happy with my performance, but I'm satisfied with it to a point where I think I will shut all these fuckers up, finally.
Now, hang on.
Oh, God.
Who are you shutting up, Bill?
The haters. He's shutting you up, Austin. That's who he's talking about.
Oh, he's never gonna shut me the fuck up. Because fuck you. No. You probably got winded after the first 30 seconds. And I'm not talking about your sex life. So, shut the fuck up. Go on.
Okay, well, that was the first thing he said. The second thing, Goldberg talked about the negative reaction that these Saudi pay-per-views get. He said, as far as I'm concerned, we're part of a revolution, and I think it's doing wonders for the region.
Oh, so now he's sexist too. He realizes it took them 2 years to even get a women's match on the show, and it had to be one. You fucking sexist.
Oh my
Piece
God.
of shit.
Oh my God.
I know you met your wife during Santa's sleigh, in that one scene which we'll fucking get to, because we're doing a live commentary on it. But
can't wait.
But fucking you could be a little bit more progressive, Bill.
Do you want to hear the last thing that I had that he said?
Might as well.
So, before his match, oh, there goes Austin. I think Goldberg came in to fucking spear the shit out of him. They said, oh my God, it's Goldberg. He's spearing Austin. 1, 2, 3, Goldberg beats Austin.
No.
So, God damn, my dog is snoring loud. But, before his match at Saudi Arabia against Bobby Lashley, Goldberg told Ring Rules, I'm guessing that's a website, that he has one match left on his WWE contract. Goldberg said, I still feel as though I can wrestle. I still feel as though I can entertain. After this match, I have one more match on my contract and that's it. We'll see what happens. You never know.
Go hang yourself, Goldberg. No. Matter of fact, shoot yourself, then hang yourself.
Oh my God.
No, wait. I'm not done. Shoot yourself, then hang yourself, then throw yourself off a bridge.
But Austin, he said he feels like he can still wrestle and entertain you, is what he said.
Entertain me. Me.
Yeah.
Me!
Yes!
No. There is no way in fucking hell that he will ever entertain me. Go fuck yourself, Goldberg. I hope your son disowns you.
Oh, oh my god. You mean the son that he said he was gonna kill Bobby Lashley for hurting that son?
For
Mr.
hurting.
Gage Goldberg.
For hurting, Gage fucking sit there and just passed out after a touch from fucking Bobby Lashley.
Well, I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll extend Goldberg's contract and we can see him wrestle another 5 years. Hopefully.
I'd rather see his son.
So
I
many.
would rather see his son wrestle. At least the son can sell.
There's
He can
there's so
oversell, but he's
many.
selling.
There's so many dream matches that we haven't seen from Mr. Goldberg yet.
Like what?
Goldberg versus Edge. Goldberg versus I'm trying to think. Goldberg versus Samoa Joe.
No.
Goldberg versus Braun Breaker.
Fuck you.
I mean, we already seen Goldberg beat the Fiend, so maybe who knows? Maybe if The Rock comes back, we can see Goldberg versus The Rock again.
No.
There's always Goldberg and Triple H they could do whenever Triple H gets back from his cardiac event.
No.
They could do Goldberg and bring Shawn Michaels out of retirement.
No.
Goldberg and AJ Styles, there you go.
Die, Goldberg.
Goldberg and Seth Rollins.
I want you 6 feet under Goldberg.
Oh my fucking god. Well, moving on from that, so I have another piece of the puzzle that fits into the whole Charlotte and Becky Lynch situation we talked about last week that I found today. This was my surprise topic. I didn't even tell you I had a surprise topic. So, this is one that kind of, I think I mentioned it to you earlier, but Nia Jax has sort of involved herself in this situation, kind of, but it had to do with weeks prior to that happening. So, via the Wrestling Observer, according to Dave Meltzer, our good old buddy Dave, the women in the locker room were behind Nia Jax when she stood up against Charlotte Flair during their accidental encounter a number of weeks ago. So from what it seems, apparently Nia also stood up to Charlotte, same way Becky did, but it was off camera, so who knows if Nia really did. But there's also fucking Charlotte is basically trying to say that all that stuff isn't true because she posted something about saying like nothing but rumors or something like that is what she posted. So I don't really know what's going on, but I just saw this and I was like, this kind of fits into what we were talking about last week, so I think I'll put it in as kind of like something to add to that,
I don't have anything to really say to that besides get the harpoon.
Were you behind Nia Jax
Fuck no.
for standing up to Charlotte Flair?
Fuck no. No,
So
man. No.
You agree with Charlotte Flair?
I don't agree with anybody in this situation. What the fuck? Oh, no.
I thought you were always behind Nia Jax.
No.
I thought you loved Nia Jax.
Gross.
You told me you called her Nia Snacks because she looks like a snack. That's what you told
me. No. No.
In fact, you told me you wanted to eat out Nia Jax while Goldberg fucked you from behind. Is what was said in detail, vulgar detail, in fact, by Austin.
You're high.
Austin was down bad for Nia Jax.
Nah, the only one I'll admit that I'm down bad for is Maria Kanellis. Okay. So
And you know goddamn well that you're down bad for Ronda Rousey. Everybody knows
fuck
it.
no.
You told me you wanted to stream with her on Facebook Gaming.
No.
Well, I only have one topic left, so I don't know if you want to do one of yours or if you want me to do my last one.
There's several of the fucking 50 million that I have. Okay.
Because Austin just marinates on Twitter all day, every day, so that's why he
No,
has so many
legitimately,
topics.
most of these came from me, like me getting off one day, and then I just sat there and got on Twitter, and I just saw so much fucking shit. So,
Well, please take the floor, unless you want me to cover my last.
all right,
Welcome back.
well,
Now that Austin's done doing some Rob Zombie shit to Ronda Rousey, we can get back to the podcast.
no.
Oh my god. Ronda Rousey said, "I'm trying to feed my horses on the farm." Austin said, "Bitch, I will crawl over there and I'll skull fuck the shit out of
Go fuck yourself.
you." Austin said, I was playing with the cow with them flappy ass titties." Oh my god. Please, take the floor, Austin.
Did you see that Limp Bizkit released a new album
I
on
did not. No, I didn't.
on Halloween?
Why did he release a new album?
I don't know.
Is it good? Have you
It's
listened to
not
it?
bad though. Like most of the songs are pretty decent. Like I mean, before that it was like 7 years before this album, like between this album and his last album.
God
So
damn.
yeah. So
Oh man. Damn. Oh, well, I hope the album's good. I didn't even know that it came out. I didn't know Limp Bizkit still made music.
yeah, I didn't really either until I saw fucking. I think it's called Still Sucks. I'm pretty sure. At least what it's called. Um,
Oh man.
yeah, there's that. We talked about Tommy Fury versus Jake Paul being rumored a couple episodes back.
Yep.
It
Now it's
is
confirmed.
confirmed for December 18th, so safe to
It is
say.
happening, ladies and gentlemen. Will Tommy Fury have to change his last name? We'll find out.
Safe to say we'll probably cover that like the week after.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, wait. What day is December 18th on?
I don't fucking know. It's on December 18th. That's all I know.
It's on a Saturday.
Ooh, I'll probably be off.
You realize the podcast is going to come out on Christmas Eve?
Well, shit.
and then it's going to come out on New Year's Eve next week.
Ooh. 2 holiday specials back to back. We'll have to do something for that.
Yeah. But
Ooh, maybe I
that
could like buy you some Christmas gifts and you open them on the podcast or something.
Jesus. I could only fucking imagine what that would be. And I
Could you do it like on camera so I could see your reaction?
no. No.
Aw.
Well, here's one that I wanted to talk about last week, but we did not get to. It was about Crown Jewel.
What do we miss
Brazzers
about Crown Jewel?
Brazzers was
Brazzers?
was actively tweeting during Crown Jewel.
Why?
about Crown Jewel. I think I still have one of their tweets screenshotted. I'll send it to you. And keep in mind, I don't fucking follow Brazzers. I legitimately just it came up randomly because somebody that I followed liked it. And I was like, what the fuck?
All right.
There's
Oh, good.
there's a screenshot.
So Brazzers tweeted and said Sasha Hart at Sasha Banks WWE hashtag Crown Jewel. Someone said, "Who's going to pay her in the WWE porn parody?"
Yeah, so that happens.
I wish. That would be great.
uh, well, from that to JD from NY being a simp.
And so I'm curious, why are we talking about Mr. JD from New York today?
Well, let me go to my screenshots because that's where I got like all my shit from. Um, it's this one. Okay. So somebody who I follow called Girl on Camera. She does like a lot of stuff. She basically thinks like we do about like AEW and stuff about how it fucking sucks sometimes and shit like that. She criticizes it and shit. Um, so basically she wanted to collab with JD from NY. Why? I don't fucking know. Probably to make fun of him for being an AEW mark. Um,
Yeah.
but he said no, and she said all you just had to do was say no. So I feel like this is you. It's okay. A lot of other people like me too. You don't have to be so weird about it. And then he goes, honey, if you want my number, all you have to do is ask. I can't subscribe to your OnlyFans. Only friendly banter on Twitter. You gotta work for it. And then she legitimately screen caps one of her subscriptions because she has an OnlyFans, and a
Mm-hmm.
person who did it was JD from NY. Subscribed to her OnlyFans,
Oh my
and
god.
she exposed it. Oh,
Jesus Christ. Oh
so
my fucking god.
JD, you are not only an AEW mark, but you are a simp. Um,
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. It's fucking. What a fucking simp.
yep. So, uh, I think we should. I'll save this one for last. But there's two more I have. Well, actually, isn't the Jim Ross one yours?
What the fuck was the Jim Ross one?
You said that was like the last one you said.
All the Jim Ross one was is that he is opening some kind of farm. That's just not really a topic.
Oh,
That
well,
that that's not
okay,
that wasn't my last topic.
okay. Well then,
I told you what my last topic was.
well I know what your last topic is, but I want to know if that was your topic that you
Mhm.
said. Okay. Well, I got one more topic before you get to your topic, then I get to my segment, and then we could go to Stranger Things and then the finale.
Okay.
So apparently Bray Wyatt is not only like a free agent, but he's getting offers from Hollywood.
Oh, I saw something about that on Instagram earlier.
Yeah.
What is that about?
All I know is from what I've heard is Paramount, either I think it's Paramount, Netflix, and some other fucking company. Um, oh, HBO. HBO is like HBO Max is giving them offers to
Mm-hmm.
do stuff. I don't know what it is, but you know.
I mean, I could definitely see him being in horror films.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, I don't really know what he's gonna do though, because he can't use the Fiend anymore. So,
No.
what the fuck is he gonna? He can't use the Bray Wyatt character either. So, what the fuck is he gonna do?
I don't
I kept
know.
seeing about like the Cult of Wyndham shit, but like, which by the way, he's a free agent now, so he can do what the fuck he wants. Which I don't know what that is, but so. And if he does do Hollywood, I hope that he does good, but I don't know.
Yeah.
He said, yeah.
I mean, I would enjoy to see him in a movie or two. Maybe he could
Yeah,
direct a movie. Maybe that'd be even better.
maybe.
Uh, what
It'd be
was your?
interesting to see him direct a movie.
Uh,
What was my
you can
what?
get to your last topic now.
Well, the last topic that I have, because I wasn't sitting on Twitter all day, is um
I
has to
don't
do
sit
with
on Twitter all day.
A guy that we talked about. I don't even know how many episodes ago, Mr. Austin McBroom, because he is getting sued again.
Mr.
But this is,
McBroomstick.
but he's being so Austin McBroom has just got hit with a new lawsuit. He's being sued for $200,000 from the city of Beverly Hills. So, um, basically, it says Austin McBroom sued by the city of Beverly Hills for 200 grand after unsanctioned parade for Ace Family fans. According to the Insider, the city of Beverly Hills is suing embattled YouTuber Austin McBroom after the city says he held a unsanctioned gathering of Ace Family fans for a quote YouTube takeover parade. The city is seeking monetary damages of no less than $200,000, according to a complaint filed Tuesday in California Superior Court against McBroom and social media marketing executive Shiraz Hassan. So Austin McBroom is getting himself sued again because he decided to hold a public gathering that he had no permission to do, and apparently there must have been damages caused if they're suing for 200,000 in damages. The Ace Family fans must have damaged something. So, what do you think about that, Mr. Austin McBroom?
Nah, don't be calling me that.
Call you what?
Austin McBroom, because that's not my
I
name.
said, what do you think about Mr. Austin McBroom?
Oh, I thought you were calling me Austin McBroom. I was like, what the fuck?
I will now, since you gave me
No,
the idea.
no, no. But I mean, he's fucking delusional at this point. Like they keep saying the McBroom family keeps saying fucking we're not in debt, we're not losing your house, and then their house is like on a fucking for sale site. Like
Yeah.
like legitimately at this point, just stop fucking lying at this point. Like goddamn.
Isn't he still dealing with the whole fucking YouTubers versus TikTokers, like social glove shit that didn't get paid?
Yes.
Oh. McBroom! McBroom! McBroom!
What are you talking about? Why were you saying McBroom?
It sounded like you knocked somebody the fuck out.
Oh, fuck you.
But, like, because I remember months ago when we talked about that, like, which feels weird that it was months ago, but, like...
Yeah, that was right before, like,
remember,
legitimately right before I got a job.
and I remember, like, Austin McBroom was saying that somebody did an interview with him. He was like, "Oh, I assure you, the boxers will be paid, and um, it's not social gloves. It's the streaming service. They won't give the money to." I'm trying to do an Austin McBroom impression, but it's not very good. But he's like, the streaming service will not give. They are not releasing the funds to social gloves to be able to pay everybody, but I assure you, everybody will be getting paid very soon. And
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only
so
people that were
so
smart enough to get paid before were Deji and fucking and fucking damn it I'm lost the name and I can't even today. Fuck you.
Come on, Austin, figure it out.
No, fuck you. I'm not saying it.
I'm pretty sure I know who it is.
I know who it is too. I just can't fucking think of his name.
Okay, who is it? If you know who it is.
You're an asshole. You're an asshole.
It's not that hard of a name to remember.
I know, that's the thing that's fucking with me. I worked 5 days in a row, goddammit. You can't be doing this.
We ain't getting to Stranger Things until you say his name.
I know! Fuck's sake!
The world is waiting. What's his name, Austin?
Fuck you! I'm trying.
You're not allowed to look it up either. Don't you be googling it. No IMDb or anything like that.
Fuck you.
I could just say it anytime I
Anishan
want.
Gibb, God, oh my fucking God, Anishan Gibb. Gibb.
Gibb?
Yeah, Gibb.
You mean a Nissan Gibb? He said a Nissan. Onision Gibb.
Fuck you, dude. I can't.
Oh, that took you 5 minutes to figure that out. You were so confident you said Deji and I
don't know why that left my brain. I don't know why I left my brain.
And Deji were the only ones who were paid, and Austin McBroom still has not paid anybody else. Fucking.
I think it was the 13 Reasons Why fucking kid, or the lookalike from 13 Reasons Why, the school shooter kid, is the one that sued him along with somebody else.
Wasn't it Taylor Holder or something like that?
Yeah, that's the 13 Reasons Why fucking like lookalike. He looks like the school shooter kid.
Well, that's the last topic I have for this podcast, so yeah. I guess we'll just, since I don't have any more topics, we will get into Stranger Thing, and then Austin can blow his load with the finale, so let's get into Stranger Things, guys.
Ooh. Fuck you. I know what you're doing that for.
Time for Stranger Things, you fucking cock-sucking cunt bags. Fuck all of you. I'm just playing. So this week we watched season 3, episode 4, the sauna, whatever the fuck. What was it called? Sauna what? Shut up.
Fuck, I don't know.
But it was something to do with a sauna. So this episode built everything a lot more. There's more stuff revealed. They're starting to figure out stuff with the Russians, and everybody's it's getting to the point where it's in the very beginning stages of all the separate stories going on are beginning to intertwine. It's at the very beginning stages of that. I'm sure in episode 5 and 6 they're going to get even more so, and then the last two obviously. So I'll let you take the helm this week. I'll let you start off with how episode 4 started off, because I know you're prepared and ready because you were pissed at Netflix this week. So
Well, it started off with... I'm pretty sure it started off with, fucking... Shut up. Shut up.
come
Shut
on,
up.
Austin.
Fuck you.
Not like
This is why I don't
not
take the
twice,
helm.
not twice
This
in
is-
one episode, Austin.
This is why I don't take the fucking helm. Fine, I'll go to the fucking episode. How about that? How about that?
That's what I do, so I don't look
I'll see how
stupid.
I do. That's not the episode. That's 5.
Yeah, what are you doing? You can't even get the right episode.
I don't know. Called the fucking sauna test. You're a bitch, you know that? Fuck you. It started off with 11 having flashbacks. I'll fucking turn it down so I don't get copyrighted and shit.
Yes, please, that's the last thing we need.
And then 11 and Max were talking. Fuck you! Fuck you! I'm trying, okay? And then the lady that was in the basement of that one house that thought the rats were exploding got sent to the hospital, and Nancy and Jonathan watched. And she got sent to the hospital. Then Heather's mom and dad were gagged up and tied, and they got taken over by the new Mind Flayer. And then the credits start. Now you fucking go, motherfucker. Shit.
I thought you were taking the helm.
No, you fucking after I did the start of it.
So why did you get enjoyment out of them being tied up? Because you laughed at it?
I was laughing because you kept fucking laughing.
Is that your fetish?
No, because you kept fucking laughing. I started laughing. You can't be doing that.
I wasn't even laughing at that point. Don't try to use it as a cover-up. You know what you did.
No,
Mr. into bondage
it was
and
because
shit.
you were laughing. Don't even. No. Just fucking go with the rest of the episode, please.
Hold on, I have
I'm
to
already
go.
done with this episode of the podcast. I'm already so done. Like we recorded the podcast part yesterday, and now we're fucking recording the Stranger Things part, and I fucked up again. I don't want to fucking go.
Oh my god.
Second time I fucking fucked up.
Would you like to make it a third time?
No, I would not like to make it a third time. Can we please fucking go with the rest of this goddamn episode?
Oh my god. Oh, okay, so I'll take over the helm here. Alright. So, episode 4, after the opening credits that Austin so detailed, he got into so much detail.
Fuck you.
So Sheriff Hopper wakes up on the couch from the last episode. We saw him getting knocked out, and I don't know why I'm laughing still. And and Will's mom is there. What the fuck? I think I have that giggles now. Will's mom is there. Fuck. We're never gonna get to this review at this point. I'm trying to calm down. Alright. God damn it. Will's mom was there, and she's basically telling Hopper that he got knocked out, and he's like, how long did I get knocked out for? And she was like, oh, you were out a while, you kept waking up. And then he got up, and Hopper was fucking naked, and she tells him his clothes are outside, and basically they're discussing if it's some kind of like government thing, and she shows him that she wrote down the license plate of the guy's bike, and she was asking Hopper if he got like a good look at the guy, and he said no. And then excuse me, after that we go to a walkie-talkie where Lucas is like paging and is saying we got a code red, and we see Max pick up the walkie-talkie because she slept over at 11's, and so she picks it up and tells him to shut up and turns it off, and then Lucas is like, she turned it off, and then Mike calls her phone, and Max is like, what? And Mike said, something really bad has happened. We need you guys to come over here, like, right now. I'll explain when you get here. And just hangs up. Then we go to Dustin scoping out the place where we saw the Russians, where they're taking the boxes into the door, and then Steve and Robin and Dustin are trying to figure out what's in the boxes. They're trying to figure out a plan of how to get in there, and then Robin gets an idea. Well, Steve basically has the idea if he's going to start whooping the Russians' ass to take him out, and obviously he's not. And Dustin brings up the fact that how in season 1 he got his ass whooped by Jonathan, and then Robin like gets an idea and runs off, and then oh my fucking god, and then we go back to the Hawkins Post, which is the news place, and we see Jonathan and Nancy are in trouble because at the beginning of this episode also Austin did not mention actually that the old lady from the last episode was being taken in an ambulance.
I did too mention that.
Oh no you didn't. Stop the cap.
Yes, I did.
You're capping.
No, I'm not.
You did not mention that. Stop the cap.
I did too.
Go back and play this back and see if Austin is capping or if he's being truthful.
I fucking did. Don't even.
We'll go with that. So Nancy and Jonathan are in trouble, and the guy that runs the post is basically telling them they fucked up, and they get fired, and Nancy's pissed, and then it goes to Mike's house, where basically Will is saying, like, he thinks that the Mind Flayer is back because he can feel him. He's like, I felt him at the theater, which we saw in the first episode, and also felt him in the field, which we, well, not like that, but he felt the Mind Flayer in the field in the first episode as well, and then he felt him in the last episode where he was destroying Castle Byers. And so Will believes that the Mind Flayer, the one that was exorcised from him at the end of season 2, is still, even though the gate to the Upside Down is still closed, or that's what they think. Basically, Will says that the one that was, the part of it that was taken out of him is still in their world. So Will thinks that there's another host that it went into. So they try to figure out who it is. And then Hopper and Will's mom pull up to the mayor's office, and he goes in and he's questioning the mayor about the guy that attacked him and knocked him out, and the mayor's not really talking, and they're threatening each other to expose each other. And so Hopper starts beating the fuck out of the mayor and, like, breaks his nose, and he gets him to talk, and basically we find out that the guy works at the mall, the same place that Robin and Steve and Dustin are trying to get into, so he's with the Russians. And basically the Russians paid the mayor for property to be able to do what they're doing, basically. And the mayor is, like, intimidated by them, and basically he got paid for protection by them. So, like, basically they got paid. They paid him so that way he wouldn't say anything, basically. And and Hopper starts getting the truth out of him. So he takes the mayor out of his office, and they walk out of the door. And then after that, Nancy and Jonathan are driving in the car, and Jonathan's pissed about being fired, and Nancy is just, she's in denial, and she calls the Hawkins Post a bunch of shitheads and saying screw them and they're a bunch of assholes, and and saying, like, how could you think that it's schizophrenia and it's not, like, the disease rat. And Jonathan gets mad and is, like, telling her to come back to reality, and he was like, I told you going after this story was a bad idea and that we were going to get fired, but you didn't listen to me. And then Nancy's like, oh, it's just a summer job. And then Jonathan's like, oh, well, I don't have things as easy as you. I'm not as fortunate as you. And they start going back and forth, and basically they're kind of breaking up. And Nancy's like, I guess we just don't understand each other anymore. And Jonathan was like, I guess not. And and then after that, we see Nancy get dropped off, and she goes upstairs, and Mrs. Wheeler, aka the whore, don't think I forgot about that, she asked Nancy if she's alright. If she says, oh, Nancy, you're home early, and she's like, oh, it was a light day, but she can tell something's wrong. God damn. And then we see Robin coming back to the mall, and she puts this map she has of, like, the air duct system, and basically Robin figures out that the air duct from the Ahoy fucking ice cream shop or whatever the fuck they work at, the air duct can go from there to the room where the Russians are keeping all the boxes in. So basically Steve tries to go in, and he's way too big, and then Dustin says I can do it, and then he's also too big. So they have the girl, we find out her name's Erica, the one that kept asking for ice cream samples. They ask her to do it, but in exchange for her doing it, she demands free ice cream for life. and they they try to convince her to do it, and she calls it child endangerment and shit. But she eventually agrees to do it. Then 11, Max, Mike, Lucas, and Will go to the pool where Billy works at because they believe that because basically Max and 11 told them that Billy was taking like ice baths and stuff, which Will is like, oh, well, that makes sense because the Mind Flayer likes it cold. So they think that it's Billy, so they go to the pool and they're like, oh, he's just chilling. And then Will's like, well, the Mind Flayer only uses the host when it needs it, basically. And so Mike, Will, and Lucas devise a plan to trap Billy in the sauna room. So that's like the sauna part of the name. So then then we go back to the mayor's house where Hopper's walking him upstairs, and the mayor like opens a safe and gives Hopper these files and shit. And the mayor keeps telling him like these guys are bad people, like they're not to be messed with and whatever. And Hopper just doesn't really give a shit. And then Will's mom shows Hopper a map with like the properties, and they figure out there's like a power station. And then then she starts talking about how Scott said that there needed to be a lot of energy, and she's like, what if it's coming from there? And so they basically figure out that whatever like that power outage was also caused all the magnets to stop working. So whatever that was must have been that big energy that Scott was talking about, basically. So Hopper says he wants her to come with him because they're going to go explore every property to try to find where that big power burst came from, because they don't believe that the power surge is at the lab. It's coming from somewhere else. So then Mrs. Wheeler tries to check on Nancy, but she's not opening the door, and then she does, and then Nancy tells her how she got fired and all that, and how she's just a stupid young girl that got ahead of herself and didn't know what she was doing, and thought she was right even when she was wrong, and she didn't want to be wrong. She didn't want to look wrong or whatever. And then Mrs. Wheeler, probably with the entirety of her being in this show, this was probably her best scene so far, of her like giving this speech to Nancy and like being a really supportive mom and actually like, getting emotional in the scene and stuff. Like that was probably the best Miss Wheeler scene that we've seen so far. Even though don't think I forgot what you did earlier in the season, but
fucking trying to whore around.
On some Austin type shit.
Nah.
But basically, she tells Nancy like, basically fuck what those shitheads say at the Hawkins Post. If you want the story bad enough, go finish it. And so Nancy plans on finishing her story. Then we cut back to the pool thing, and they're trying to set up the whole contraption to trap Billy, and then Mike starts talking to 11 and tells her that basically like the thing about his Nana being sick was a lie, and 11 was like, oh, I know that already. And Mike is like, well, let me give you some context. And he's like, basically the reason I said that was because Hopper had a talk with me, and he pretty much forced me to lie because he said that I was spending too much time with you or whatever. And 11 was like, maybe he's right. And then Mike gets really confused, and basically like 11 likes hanging out with Max now. And so there's kind of like tension there between 11 and Mike, and then Max tells him to hurry up, and then they show something's like going on with Billy. He's just like sitting there looking like a trucker. And then they have Erica climb up in the air duct. Then we cut back to the mayor's house where his wife comes home and finds him handcuffed to the bed, and he's telling her to get him a damn phone. Then hold on, I'm trying to skim through this. And then we see Hopper and Will's mom going to the different locations. They're marking it off on a notepad. And then we see Erica crawling through the air duct, and she eventually gets there, kicks it open, and gets down and says, "I'm in." And then she opens the door and they come in. Then we cut back to the sauna place, the fucking pool, and Billy's taking a shower, and he hears someone calling his name. Someone locks the door, the lights go out, and they're calling for Billy. And he follows it to the sauna room where they've set up the mannequin thing to look like somebody, and Billy, being stupid, goes in there, and they shut him in the sauna and lock it, and then they crank the heat up to like 220 degrees, and they just wait to see what happens. Then we see Nancy go to the hospital to check on the old woman, and she lies and says that she's related to her so she can see her. And then she starts looking at the files of the old woman. And then we cut back to Robin, Steve, Erica, and Dustin, and they're looking. They cut open the box, and to finally see what the Russians are hiding in there. And it turns out they're like capsules that they twist open, and it looks like some fucking like uranium or like some Ninja Turtles ooze or something like that. And they're like, what the hell is this? And then they try to press the button to open the door, but it won't open. And it turns out they're inside an elevator, and they drop down, which is a very fucking deep hole. Then we see that the old woman's like heart rate goes up to like almost fucking 300. I guess she can, since she's connected with the mind flare as well, she can feel what Billy feels, I guess.
Yeah.
Him getting hot. So then Billy like tries to sucker Max in, like trying to apologize to her and stuff, and then like, but Will can feel the mind flare, and they tell Max to get away from the door because Billy busts the window out and tries to stab the fuck out of her and misses. So then Billy and Eleven get in like a telekinesis fight, and he starts choking Eleven on some Halloween Kills Michael Myers shit, and Mike hits him with a steel pipe, and then they continue fighting. Billy tries to go after Mike, and then Eleven throws him through a brick wall on some Kool-Aid Man type shit, and then Mike holds Eleven in his arms as Billy scurries away down the street. And then we see Billy come back to the what the fuck is the lifeguard chick's name? I keep forgetting.
Heather.
So he comes back to her, and he's basically saying like, she knows it's me. Basically saying like Eleven knows that the mind flare is inside of him. And then they show then he asks her how everything is going there, and she shows him like all the people that they have like hypnotized or whatever. And then that's the end of episode 4. That was season 3, episode 4, the sauna test. So overall, a good episode. Like I said, another building episode.
Yeah, it was a good episode.
Mm-hmm. And
4 more left.
Yes, sir. Episode 5, 6, 7, and 8. And I guess I'll say what the next episode is. Don't know. Netflix, stop playing. Episode 5 is The Flayed, and it says, strange surprises lurk inside an old farmhouse and deep beneath the Starcourt Mall. Meanwhile, the mind flare is gathering strength. So that is what we'll see next time we watch Stranger Things next week. So that was your Stranger Things for the week. I enjoyed this episode. I thought it was good. I mean, I'm really liking how this season's going. It's different from the first two. It's very different, but in a good way. So we'll see how the rest of the season goes. We are now officially halfway through season 3. So, with that being said, this is a good episode. We'll see you next week for episode 5. But until then, back to the podcast, everybody. So, and don't mess up a third time, Austin.
Go fuck yourself, dude.
Oh my god, let's get back to the podcast.
Alright, we're back from
Bam.
Stranger Things.
Yes, sir, we are back, and now the rest of the podcast is whatever Austin has to bring to us. So, because I have no more topics. So, Austin, without Mr. McBroom, without further ado, please get into your one of your weekly segments, whichever one you're gonna go with first.
Well, what movies have they been in is what I'm gonna go with first, because this week is Kevin James.
Fucking course, because last week was fucking Adam Sandler. Now he's gonna have his bet. Is next week gonna be fucking David Spade or fucking Rob Schneider?
Those are good ideas, you know.
Well, I wish there was video game companies that you didn't like.
He's
I
most
wish
known.
Goldberg would make a video game so I could talk about it.
He's most known for Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Oh, you don't say. You know there's a sequel to that.
Yeah, exactly, because it's the second one he's most known for. Paul
Well,
Blart Mall
shit.
Cop 2.
Well, fuck me sideways, Kevin James.
And next, he's known for The King of Queens, a TV show that ran from 1998 to 2007.
I remember that show.
He's also known for Here Comes the Boom as Scott Voss.
Oh yeah, I remember that fucking movie. They had him be a fucking Kevin James, be a fucking badass UFC fighter. I don't know that.
He was in The Crew, a Netflix original film. His name was Kevin Gibson. That came out this year.
Great.
Oh, he was in Hubie Halloween.
Oh, by the way, since we talked about Hubie Halloween last week with fucking Adam Sandler, I told Austin earlier that now I'm getting that recommended to me. So, and
did we talk about Adam Sandler
seeing...
last week?
Yes.
We talked about somebody else. Okay, I'm making sure.
One of the fucking weeks we talked about Adam Sandler.
I know we talked about Adam Sandler, but I just...
whatever fucking episode. Do you think I keep track? I can't remember which episode we said what. But, okay, and you can't remember the number, so...
I remembered it this week.
I know, you remember the number, but not a Nissan Gibbs name. It's like it's like a give or take 50-50 with you sometimes.
A give or take.
Alright, well, thank you for watching this episode of the podcast. We'll see you all next
No. Go on with what you were saying.
I was saying I'm getting recommendations for Hubie Halloween now, and the thumbnail I keep seeing is like Adam Sandler with a fucking pedo stash. So I don't know what the fuck that is supposed to be, but I don't want to watch it, and I don't want to see it recommended to me anymore. Didn't the thing say he was playing a Hubie Dubious or some stupid shit like that?
Yep.
Fucking what's Kevin James's name in that show? I figured he was gonna be in the fucking thing.
Sergeant Steve Down.
Sergeant Steve Down.
Yep.
Oh, that's a better name than Hubie Dubious. What the fuck? At least he's not the... Don't tell me he's the president of the United States in this one. Or some shit.
No, he's a sergeant in Hubie Halloween.
Oh, well, wonderful.
He was in Nature Planet as Silver-Breasted Bear.
Really? Silver-breasted bear. What does that even mean?
I don't know.
What the fuck?
He was Dominic in Becky.
What the fuck is Becky?
It came out last year.
Okay.
He was a real estate agent in My Living Nightmare. He was Frankenstein in all the Hotel Transylvania movies, besides the fourth one.
Wait, so he's out of the fourth one too?
Yep.
Why? What the fuck?
I don't know. He was in
So
Kevin
did
Can't
fucking
Wait.
Adam Sandler's crew just dropped out of Hotel Transylvania for no reason?
I guess, yeah.
What the fuck?
He was in Kevin Can Wait from 2016
Did you say
2018.
Kevin can wait or Kevin can lose weight? I didn't hear what you said.
Kevin Can Wait.
Okay.
He was Ted Rafferty in Sandy Wexler with Adam Sandler.
Hmm.
He was in True Memoirs of an International Assassin, a Netflix original film, as Sam Larson in 2016. He was Dr. Fox in Little Boy. He was the president in Pixels.
Well, I know that.
He was Mr. Clodfelter in Liv and Maddie.
Claude Felter? What the fuck kind of name is that?
I don't know. He was Eric Lamonsoff in Grown Ups and Grown Ups 2.
God, I
He
remember Grown Ups and Grown Ups 2.
he was Griffin Keys in The Zookeeper.
In Pooh Keeper? What the fuck did you say?
The Zookeeper.
Because you fucking cut out when you said this. All I heard was Ooh Keeper. What the fuck?
He was Nick Brennan in The Dilemma. He was Hacky Sack Tour Guide in Don't Mess with the Zohan with Adam Sandler.
I remember Don't Mess with the Zohan.
He was Santa Claus in Elmo's Christmas Countdown. He was Larry Valentine, and I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry.
I've seen that movie before.
He was Otis the Cow in the Barnyard movie and the Barnyard TV show.
Oh my god. I remember the fucking Barnyard movie. I thought it was dumb as fuck that they did a TV show, though. It was called Back at the Barnyard. I remember it.
Yeah. Oh, he was also Otis the Cow in the Barnyard video game. He was Dave in Grilled. He was Officer Landers in Monster House.
Oh, I didn't know he was in Monster House. Oh, I think he played the fat officer. Of course he did.
He was Albert in Hitch with Will Smith.
I was gonna say, isn't that a Will Smith movie?
Yep. He was a factory worker in 50 First Dates. He was the giant in Pinocchio, not the Disney Pinocchio. He was Kevin in Arliss. He was Doug Hefferman in Becker.
Mm-hmm.
He was Kevin in Everybody Loves Raymond from 1996 to 1999. He was Doug Hefferman in The Cosby Show. So, there's that.
Mm.
Oh, now we get to his writing credits.
He's a writer.
Yep, he's wrote stuff. He wrote on Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, Here Comes the Boom, Zookeeper, Paul Blart Mall Cop. Oh, now we get to his producing credits. Pretty much the same things. Oh, what the fuck? Okay. WWE Biography Legends in
What?
2021. I guess he was in the WWE biographies that came out this year.
Why? What the
I
fuck?
I don't know. He was on the Kelly Clarkson show. Jimmy Kimmel Live. Late Night with Lily Singh.
Oh, wonderful.
The Late Late Show with James Corden.
Everybody's on that fucking thing.
Oh man. While doing research for my Late Night in Soho video, I saw an interview with one of the main actresses with on the Late Late Show with uh with James Corden.
Does everybody go on that show? I don't understand. Like, why does everybody like James Corden so much? He's not funny.
I don't know.
I don't.
He was on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
Oh my fucking god.
He was on the Ellen DeGeneres show. What the fuck? He was on UFC Ultimate Insider.
Why? Because he was in Here Comes the Boom.
It was in 2012, so maybe. He hosted the 2010 Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards. Oh, he was in the audience of UFC 52. He was on the Oprah Winfrey Show. He was on the Daily Show with Trevor Noah. He was on the Rosie O'Donnell Show. That's a first for this segment. Oh, here's not a first. He was on the Maury Povich Show. Don't know what he was doing on there. Oh no, we did Charlie Sheen last week. That's right.
Adam Sandler must have been the week before then.
Yeah. Speaking of Adam Sandler, he was in the Sandlerverse.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know, and I'm very like I might fucking look that up. He was in WWE for All Mankind.
What?
Mick Foley thing. And he was in a Victoria's Secret commercial. Okay, I need to see this. The Sandlerverse.
What the fuck is the Sandler verse?
I don't know.
Sounds like it's gonna be cursed, whatever it is.
I'm looking. Trying to see. I guess it's a cinematic universe that connects every Adam Sandler movie.
What the fuck?
What did I find? We might have to do a video on the Sandlerverse.
God. I wish there was a fucking Goldberg verse.
It's a movie. No. No. Oh, it's a short. Never mind. Okay. Oh my god, okay. I found the video. It's from 5 years ago. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, there's an ad to it, so that's great.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Sandlerverse. And the rabbit hole goes deeper than you could ever imagine. Everything on this wall is connected. Go! And we're gonna start with 50 First Dates. Dan Aykroyd in this movie plays a doctor in Hawaii.
We are funded out of Sandusky, Ohio, by TV Callahan, the automotive components type.
Back in Sandusky, Ohio, there are 300 American workers.
Oh, he's playing a...
Best part money can buy.
Therefore,
Devin, are you okay?
Yeah.
It's 8 minutes.
That's 8 minutes of my life I'm not gonna dedicate to Adam Sandler.
This guy looks like he's cracked out, too.
Oh, wonderful. You have to be cracked out to fucking make a Sandler verse.
He was comparing... Apparently, he was already connecting Tommy Boy and fucking... 50 First Dates. Oh...
connecting 50 First Dates to the Tommy Boy universe. In the same scene, Dan Aykroyd introduces us to 10-second Tom.
Hi, I'm Tom.
Huh? Henry.
Hi. Marlon. Tom lost part of his brain in a hunting accident. His memory only lasts 10 seconds.
10-second Tom also appears in Blended.
Hi, I'm Tom.
Here's your change.
Hi, I'm Tom.
And what's Dan Aykroyd's name in 50 First Dates? Dr. Keats. Where do I know that name from?
You're a piece of shit. You know that, Keith.
Ha!
Okay, we're done with that. We're done. That's a minute of my life I'm not getting back. Hello?
I'm here. I'm just letting you. I'm letting you fester in your own disappointment.
Oh my fucking god. The Sandlerverse 2019. Oh my god, somebody legit has made... No. Somebody's made a whole series on it.
Why do people care that much about Adam Sandler?
Oh my fucking god. Who be
No,
Halloween
Ross.
connections to the Sandlerverse?
You know what Austin will be masturbating to later.
No.
God, we're gonna have to do like a fucking Sandler month for the live commentaries or something.
We might have to.
God.
We might have to do a whole wave where we do all fucking Adam Sandler movies.
I won't be a part of that. I'm sorry. I can't do that. I'd rather watch fucking Saw.
We don't have to pick the bad Adam Sandler movies.
You said all the Adam Sandler movies.
I mean, we'll have to do, we could do fucking Adam Sandler movies, like we could do like one Adam Sandler movie a wave.
I don't want to watch Adam Sandler.
We have to get the pixels at some point.
We have to get to Wrong Turn at some point. I hope you know
No.
that. Yes, we do.
No.
Yes.
No. Oh, okay. So that was what movies have they been in Kevin James edition?
Fuck you, Kevin James. You're fucking fat. Fuck you. Why are you best friends with Adam Sandler? Why can't... Tell him to stop making movies. Why can't you do that, Kevin James?
Well, next week
Who's getting canceled this week?
Yep, I was about to say that. It's Britt Baker who's getting canceled this week because she retweeted a Sasha Banks tweet and just put her merch on there. I guess claiming that maybe Sasha Banks is copying her, whatever. Because I think the tweet was, "The boss will see you now." And then, like, Brett Baker posted her merch and said that said, "The doctor will see you now." So, but then after that, a whole hell of a lot of backlash came to Britt Baker because she sat there and got called. Basically said people were telling like Adam Cole to get his woman. I saw that on there. I saw people saying to get this white woman out of here. I saw people saying that she was a racist and a bigot for just for just retweeting a quote. And I'm not even. The thing is, I'm not even a supporter of Britt Baker because I don't fucking like her. She's average in the ring, and she thinks she's a hardcore legend, and she's a bitch. So I'm not even gonna defend her that much. But she's getting canceled for no reason. So for supposedly being racist.
People will do anything to try to cancel somebody.
So
like
that's
the Mandy Rose shit we talked about last week. Same thing here.
Yeah. Well, that's who got canceled this week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, do you want to talk about our finale about Ring of Honor? About what's happened to that?
Well, if you don't know, basically, Ring of Honor, what happened is basically they've done something that I've never seen a wrestling company do before. They have officially released all their talent from their contracts. So Ring of Honor has no roster. They have nobody signed. So is this the death of Ring of Honor? Not according to them, because they claim that it's only temporary and that they'll be back next year. But I mean, if all that talent goes somewhere else, then they're kind of fucked. But basically, Ring of Honor has released all their talent, including Austin's favorite, Maria Kanellis. So now her and Mike are once again out of a job. And so, yeah.
So Ring of Honor is probably dead. I'm assuming that's what's gonna be happening.
Well, I mean, because they claim that they're gonna come back next year for Super Card of Honor and shit. Because they said that they're finishing out this year, that they're gonna do, I think it was Death Before Dishonor or something like that, or no, Final Battle is what it was, and they said they're gonna do that, and then after that is when they're not gonna do shows for like until next year. And then they claim that they're going to come back with Super Card of Honor, but I mean, if they got no roster, there ain't going to be no Super Card of Honor.
Yeah.
So
there's gonna be no Card of Honor at that point.
So, I mean, I that's the thing. I don't know what's going to happen, because you had people there like Mike and Maria. You had, I'm pretty sure the Briscoes were still there. Jay Lethal. Which I guess Ring of Honor had to die for Jay Lethal to leave Ring of Honor. I guess that's how much it took for Jay Lethal to finally get out of Ring of Honor. He's been there for God knows how long.
Yeah.
So,
who knows? Maybe we'll get to see him in WWE or something. I don't fucking know. Maybe he'll get to be in the NXT 2.0.
Yeah, which Shawn Michaels said reminds him of the Attitude Era. So, yeah. But Ring of Honor is pretty much fucked right now, so.
Yep.
What was the reason they released everybody? Was it because of money or something? Or, like, what is the reason?
Still don't know, honestly.
Well, I mean, I assume it has to be something to do with money if they're releasing everybody from their contract.
Yeah.
Because obviously that means that they can't pay people.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But I guess we'll see. We'll see where it ends up if they do come back. But I guess I'll say this now. But we'll see where they are when they come back. But we'll see how well this ages. Rest in peace, Ring of Honor. We'll see how that ages.
Yeah, it's gonna age. That's gonna age like milk, or I bet you. We're gonna fucking legitimately say that, and it's gonna age like fucking milk.
Yeah. Who knows? I just don't like if you release all your talent, like how can you sign anybody, especially if their issue is money, like how can they sign anybody back? Like I don't that's what I'm confused on. Like if they're really planning to like if they release everybody and then they're just planning to, oh well, we'll just be back next year. Like it ain't that simple.
No,
Like
it isn't.
so I don't know like what exactly they're gonna do.
Yeah. Well, that was the What the Fuck podcast for this week. It was a short
Yes,
one.
sir. Sir, finally a short episode because there's not much going on. So
Yeah.
just whatever we can find. So who knows what we'll have next week? Could be anything. I don't know.
As always, thank you guys for watching this episode of the What the Fuck podcast, and we'll
Yes,
see you next
sir.
time.
We'll see you next week with Strange Things season 4 episode 5. So we are now starting to get towards the finale.
Yes.
We're into the second half of the season, so see what happens next week, I guess. I don't know what else we're going to talk about next week, so
Yeah. Who
who
fucking
knows?
knows at this
Hopefully
point?
something. Oh, actually, there is one topic that we need to talk about. I almost forgot. We got to talk about the Brian Laundrie situation.
Oh shit, okay.
That was my one topic I forgot about. So, basically, there's been this whole situation going down for about a month or so now. It could be longer, but so basically, from what I understand, this has been like a really big fucking situation. So, from what I understand, basically this couple, the chick's name was Gabby something. I can't remember her name right now. It was Gabby, and the guy's name was Brian Laundrie. So basically, they were this couple, and they decided to take a vacation. And so what happened was, basically, like they were posting photos from their vacation and whatever. But then eventually, they stopped posting photos, and they stopped like posting all together, and they just were gone. So people were wondering like what the fuck happened. So people got worried, and they sent a search party out for them. And what they ended up finding was where they were vacationing at. They found Gabby's body, and Brian Laundrie was nowhere to be found. And this whole big, pretty much manhunt, has gone on for months and months. Well, maybe like 2 months. And actually, let me see if I still have the thing here. 'Cause I remember saving it. Yes. Okay. Let me load it up. So basically, this whole thing was basically the cops and the FBI and all this where they're trying to find Brian Laundrie to try to find out what happened to Gabby, and he basically was off the grid, and his family was like not telling the cops where he was. They were giving like bullshit, bogus stories about like, oh well, last time I saw Brian was here, and then the cops like found security cam footage of like basically Brian's sister had said, oh, last time I saw Brian was here, and then they checked the security cam footage from a park and found out that they like met up at the park, and then they like confronted her about it, and she was like, "Oh, well, I'm sorry, I just misremembered the last time I talked to him." And then like with the parents, like they said that they hadn't heard from him and they don't know where he is, but it turns out they gave him like a burner phone to use so that way he can't be tracked. So they knew where he was. So basically, it's just been this whole thing, and fucking, I don't know if you know who Dog the Bounty Hunter is. Do you know who that is, Austin?
I do.
So he even got involved with this, and uh, so his bounty hunting that he decided to do for this was, Mr. Dog the Bounty Hunter was being such a skilled bounty hunter that his idea of hunting for Brian Laundrie was to knock on his parents' door and ask if he was there, and he wasn't there, and so his next best idea was to just camp out on their property. And the only other stuff I've seen is like this shit was like the way I found out about it. This was on like the actual news. This has been like massive. It's been everywhere, and I was because my mom had the news on the one day, and I was sitting there and I saw it, and it was they were talking about this Brian Laundrie situation, and I saw Dog the Bounty Hunter, and he was talking about it, and he was like, if anybody knows the whereabouts of Brian Laundrie, please come forward, and they were like detailing the whole thing. Well, that was a couple weeks ago, almost maybe a month ago now, and there's been a update to the situation where I don't really know what's going to happen with the situation now because so this article was posted October 21st. We meant to talk about this last week, but I forgot. So basically, human remains were found in Florida, and the remains...
The fuck, dude? Okay.
What the fuck are you doing?
I fucking accidentally clicked on one of my YouTube links and it showed an ad. What the fuck? I didn't mean to. I am sorry.
So, human remains were found in Florida, and those remains were confirmed to be Brian Laundrie, so he is now dead.
Fuck.
So, this article that I'm reading says the FBI confirmed on Thursday, which was October 21st, I think, that it had found the remains of Brian Laundrie, the 23-year-old fiance of, her name was Gabby Petito, and the only person of interest in her death. In a statement, the FBI's Denver field office, which has been leading in the investigation, said that a comparison of dental records confirmed that the human remains found in Carlton Reserve in the Mayakahatchee Creek Environmental Park in Sarasota County, Florida, Wednesday, were those of Brian Laundrie. Stephen Bertolino, an attorney for Laundrie's parents, said that the police came to their Northport, Florida home late Thursday to notify them of the news. On Wednesday, partial human remains, as well as a backpack and a notebook belonging to Brian Laundrie, were found along a trail in the the Creek Environment Park. The park is adjacent to the 24,505-acre Carlton Reserve, where Laundrie's parents told police they believed he was headed when they reported him missing last month. Said that Laundrie's parents went to the park to search for their son on Wednesday morning and met with Northport police and the FBI. Chris and Roberta Laundrie, which is the parents, went to the Creek Environmental Park this morning to search for Brian. Bertolino said in a statement, "A brief search of the trail that Brian frequented, some articles belonging to Brian were found. The remains were found in an area that was until recently underwater. The FBI said the Sarasota County Medical Examiner's Office did a cadaver dog from the The Sarasota County Medical Examiner's Office and a cadaver dog from the Pasco County Sheriff's Office were called in to assist in the investigation. Earlier Thursday, NBC News reported that the remains were skeletal and included part of a human skull. Laundrie's parents reported him missing on September 17th, 2 days before Petito's body was found, near the Teton National Park in Wyoming. An autopsy was conducted by the Teton County Coroner's Office, which concluded that the 22-year-old's death was homicide caused by strangulation.
Jesus.
The case has garnered widespread national media attention, as well as criticism of news outlets for not covering similar cases. It has also drawn intense interest on social media, with online sleuths scouring the couple's Instagram posts for potential clues. There had been unconfirmed sightings of Laundrie along the Appalachian Trail in Canada and in Mexico. TV personalities including Duane Chapman, known as Dog the Bounty Hunter, and longtime America's Most Wanted host John Walsh had joined in on the search. Petito and Laundrie had spent months visiting national parks in their converted 2012 Ford Transit van. They documented the trip on social media. The couple was stopped August 12th by police in Moab, Utah, after they had a physical altercation, but no charges were filed. On September 1st, Laundrie returned to the couple's Northport home, where they lived with Laundrie's parents without her. Petito's parents, who live on Long Island, said they lost contact with her in late August and reported her missing on September 11th. Petito's family has issued public pleas for Laundrie's parents to cooperate with authorities. Police say the Laundries initially did not share any helpful details in the search for Petito or their son. In an interview with 60 Minutes Australia that aired this past weekend, Petito's mother, Nicole Schmidt, said their silence speaks volumes. So that is the update on the situation. As of now, Brian Laundrie's remains have been found, so I don't know if, so what I'm thinking is that he killed his girlfriend after whatever physical altercation they had, left her body in Wyoming thinking that nobody was going to find it, or that either that or he knew that he fucked up, so he tried to run away because he knew people were going to be coming after him. I think he was, because there was a thing I saw that his parents gave him like a burner phone so they could keep in contact with him and shit and
Jesus.
whatever. And because basically the parents claimed that they knew he was going to be the number one person of interest in that. But I think he actually did kill her, and then he probably told his parents to help him out, so then that's why they were doing that. And then I think he's been on the run. Well, he was on the run for about a month and a half, and then all the reported sightings of him and stuff, he must have figured that he was gonna get found, so I'm thinking maybe he just offed himself. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking, but in reality, I don't really know, because they didn't say what his cause of death was. They said hers was strangulation, so obviously somebody killed her. That's obvious. If it was homicide by strangulation, that means she was murdered. So
yeah,
and why the whole thing comes back to, why go on the run for a month and a half if it wasn't you that did it? That just makes it obvious that you did it.
yeah.
That just makes it so painfully obvious. If you committed the murder and then you run from the cops and shit, obviously that means that you did it. But if you didn't do it, then you could just say you didn't do it until they prove otherwise. But so that's why I feel like he killed her, and then was like, fuck, like, eventually the cops are gonna find me, or so I have to fucking run, and I'll tell my family what's going on and where I'm going. And I feel like he told them to like not say nothing to the cops, or tell them that you haven't heard from me or you don't know where I am. Lie to them to try to like cover my ass or whatever. And then he tried to like run and try to like live on his own, like out in the wild or whatever. And then when he realized they were getting closer and closer to finding him, then he probably killed himself. That's my synopsis that I get from the entire situation. I don't know
Probably.
about you, what
I
your
mean,
thoughts are.
I mean, it's definitely a thing. Like fucking, like that's just like a fucked up situation in itself. Like so,
Yeah.
I don't know. Just
I
damn.
mean, but do you think that, like, do you agree with my hypothesis of what I think
It's
happened?
probably, yeah. That's probably what it was. I mean, I don't see it any other way. To be completely honest.
Hmm. I feel like he either killed himself, or he was on the run for so long that he died from like dehydration, or like not eating or something. It has to be something like that.
Yeah.
But if it's somehow some way that he was also killed, then that's just gonna like it's just gonna make it even more like, what the fuck. If it's like, if they like find out what the cause of death was. Well, that's the thing though. That's the thing. So they said that they found human remains, like skeletal remains. So that means that his body had decomposed. So
Shit. Yeah.
he had to have been dead for some time, actually, for his body to decompose to bone. I would say unless he got burned, but they would have said something about him being burned. So but there was like confirmed reports of people saying they saw him. I don't know. I mean, maybe he did kill himself like weeks ago, but nobody found him until now. I don't know. But it's such a weird situation. It's such a weird thing. It got so big.
Jesus.
Do you think like those people are like right for like calling out the media and like hating on like the news and the media for not covering, like only covering this because it was so big, and not covering other situations where stuff like this happens? Do you think like they
I
deserve to be
mean,
called out for that?
probably. I mean, there is little like situations like this that probably need to be like showcased more. Probably
Mm,
help it not happen as much, you know. Um,
yeah.
but like,
Yeah, it's the whole thing is fucking crazy. But I wanted to talk about that because like we forgot to talk about it last week, and then that report came out. I was like, oh shit, like he's dead. Like we have to talk about this now. Like,
yeah,
so yeah, that's the whole Brian Laundrie situation as it stands right now. I don't know if they're gonna find anything else out, like if they find out the cause of death or whatever. But so either he killed her, was on the run and killed himself, and then they found his skeletal remains, or maybe somebody killed her and he ran because he figured that the cops were going to think it was him, but then maybe the killer killed him as well. It's either one of those two things. I don't really know, but I guess we won't find out until they state the cause of death and shit. So, but yeah, that's the whole situation as of November 2nd/3 when we're doing this. So
Yeah.
But yeah, now we can end this episode on that.
Well, thank you guys for watching this episode of the What the Fuck podcast. Ended
Yes,
on a lot
sir.
of a darker note than it probably should have, but
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. The whole thing is fucking crazy, but yeah. So we'll see. If there's any other updates with this, we'll talk about it. But other than that, we'll see you next week for Stranger Things season 3, episode 5, and whatever else happens on the internet and whatever we can find, and whatever in the wrestling world as well. So thank you guys for watching. What the fuck, and we'll see you guys next week.
peace.
Yes, sir.